Welcome to the first episode of the Faculty Factory podcast. I'm Kim Skorupski, the Associate Dean for Faculty Development in the Office of Faculty Development at Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. The mission of the Faculty Factory is to build and support a community of leaders in faculty development who share tools, resources, wisdom, and encouragement in service to our faculty members, schools, and institutions. The vision is that the Faculty Factory will be a central hub for leaders in faculty development. How did this come about? It came about from my almost 12 years doing faculty development and attending the Association of American Medical Colleges Group on Faculty Affairs annual professional development conference and listening to all my friends in the field talk about their issues, their concerns, what they wanted to do. The annual professional development conference is a great opportunity for us to get together. We share our research and our projects with posters and podium presentations, and we have lots of opportunities for networking, but oftentimes isn't quite enough for us to share our ideas, our challenges, what's going on in our lives of faculty development. And I thought a podcast might be something fresh and real time where we can share some new innovative things that keep us awake at night, and provide opportunities for us to get to know each other a little bit better. I've been in faculty development for about a dozen years now. I fell into faculty development backwards. I started off as a sociologist, gerontologist doing research, and when NIH funding dried up, my then boss at Rush University Medical Center at the Rush Institute for Healthy Aging offered me an opportunity to direct a brand new research and teaching mentoring program by Dr. Ali Keshavarzian in internal medicine and gastroenterology. And I thought I'd do it for a while, 50% effort until I got an R01 grant. Well, lo and behold, I ended up, that 50% effort morphed into 60, 70, 80, 90, and those 23 original mentees grew to over 100, and we went from internal medicine throughout the whole entire university. And the key for me was not only was I good at building and running this new program, but I really loved it. And that's where I actually discovered faculty development and academic affairs. To that point, I'd never had any interest or thoughts about doing anything in administration. And so really found a nice niche and certainly found a nice family with the group on faculty affairs. So I was doing faculty development then at Rush University for about 6 years when I found an opportunity at Johns Hopkins and looked at those bullet points in the job description and realized that I was actually doing all that stuff already. And I came to Hopkins in 2013. So I've been there almost 6 years now. My whole goal is just to try to bring us together, to build community. As a social scientist and gerontologist, my area of interest has always been building community in small groups of people. I think that this podcast and website will be a good way for us, or a good vehicle to build and grow our community and dig a little bit deeper into issues that are important to all of us. So why a podcast? To me, I'm a Luddite. I'm old school. I really don't know much about technology, but I definitely recognize the value in podcasts of bringing information and conversations that are new and current and allow us to talk about things in real time and maybe dig a little bit deeper into some conversations that we just simply don't have enough time when we go to our annual conferences, once a year or a couple times a year where we may run into each other. There's just so much. There are over 600 of us in the group on faculty affairs. And I just think that there's a definite need and a yearning for closer connection, but also sharing so much. We're all so unique. We all do such wonderful things. And there just never seems to be enough time to dig into some of these issues. So I was hoping a podcast might be a nice way for us just to have an informal conversation and just get to know each other better and maybe discover some new things. And then some people might reach out to each other and build up some new collaborations, start some new projects, and really kind of maybe be inspired to do some things and share some ideas across institutions. So the other thing about a podcast is, of course, the ease and the efficiency for being able to spend time there. You can put the podcast on while you're on the treadmill, when you're on the elliptical, while you're driving home at night, or you just want to snag a few minutes to hear some conversation. It's really a convenient way to find out what's going on in current time without having to go sit through a webinar or look through a PowerPoint presentation. And we thought it'd be a nice way just to catalog some conversations that can be accessed really easily at any time and place. So the other great thing about a podcast is that it allows us to kind of be a fly on the wall listening to some really interesting conversations. As we all know at our annual meetings, there's just we always seem to be pressed for time running to the next event, or there's dinners and there are ceremonies and presentations, and we always seem to be watching our clocks. And I think a podcast will be a really nice way for us to just kind of sit back, kick back, tune in or tune out. You can always kind of call it back up and just kind of listen to a really interesting conversation. So go check out facultyfactory.org. That's one word, facultyfactory.org. Learn more about what's happening here. Take a look at the nice resources we're starting to build up there. We have a nice map of the U.S. and Canada with links to your center or your Office for Faculty Development. So go to facultyfactory.org to find out more. Get in touch with me, ask me any questions. Maybe you want to be interviewed on the podcast. Go check it out. Make sure we have the right link to your Office of Faculty Development on the interactive maps for the U.S. and Canada. Thanks for tuning in to Faculty Factory Podcast. We'll see you next time.